All right. Baseball season's about to start soon. Gonna be rooting for my Mets. Wait, what? They fired. I can't have. No! What is up, Fin fans and football fans? If you could tell by the title, I'm going to be making my predictions for Championship Sunday. I'm going to tell you guys who I think is going to be heading down to Miami to play in the Super Bowl. Also, I'm going to be talking about the article that was written about the Dolphins trying to acquire the number one overall pick. Just give you a little spoiler, just so you don't think I'm clickbaiting you and I'm trying to lure you in for stuff. That's how I feel about it. And we'll talk about it because Come on. Come on. So let's jump into this. Let's talk about this weekend's games. Let's talk about the two very, very important games going on this weekend. We're going to jump right into that. First game we're going to talk about, being that I'm going to do it a little backwards, being that I am AFC bound with my Miami Dolphins. We'll talk about that as the last game. So I'm doing it backwards. I'm going to do the night game, well, essentially 6 o'clock game, which is the Green Bay Packers heading to San Francisco to take on those 49ers. Now, if you guys don't know Tom Grassi, he is a Green Bay Packers YouTuber. Very, very funny guy. Very, very great guy. Hopefully one day me and him could do a collab together. If you ever watch his channel, tell him, hey, DouglieDoWrong, whatever you want to call me, wants to do a collab with you one day. It'd be fantastic. But I know watching him, he wanted the Vikings to pull an upset against those San Francisco 49ers so that the Vikings would have to come to Green Bay, especially this weekend. Just so you know, I live in New Jersey. It's about 20 degrees outside, and I'm about to get 6 inches of snow. This is me recording this Friday night. You're watching it Saturday. It is probably snowing for me in New Jersey, which means Lambeau tomorrow is going to be atrocious. Kansas City ain't going to be any easier. So it really does, a lot of Packers fans wanted the Vikings to win, so they'd have to come to Lambeau, but that's not what happened. So the Green Bay Packers are going to be heading to San Francisco to take on those 49ers. This 49ers team isn't anything to scoff at, laugh at, brush off, say, hey, whatever, number one seed. Yes, the number one seed Baltimore Ravens got their butts whooped. I almost cursed to the Tennessee Titans, but this 49ers team held their all. Now, this 49ers team, like I said, Armstead, Nick Bosa, Buckner, D. Ford, defensive line is ridiculous. Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones are going to have a game that they're going to have. They have to put something together if they want to pull this off. This game is going to be I'm very excited for this Sunday's games, tomorrow's games, because both of these games, there's not one game that I think is going to be a complete one-sided ass whooping. I don't think any of these games is going to be like that Ravens-Titans game where one team just goes down by too much and they're playing catch-up. I honestly think that both of these games are going to be really good, close games like the wild card weekend was. I'm going to give you guys my prediction for the games after I talk about both games. So, like I said, you got the Packers heading to the 49ers. I like this game. I like this matchup. Jimmy Garoppolo had a season. Now, Ryan Tannehill won Comeback Player of the Year. Now, I like Ryan. Like I said, I like Ryan Tannehill. I really like what he did. Do I think he deserved to win Comeback Player of the Year? Not really. Not because I can feel it. I can feel it roaring in. I can feel it roaring in from my subscribers. You're a Tannehill hater. No, Jimmy Garoppolo tore his ACL. Jimmy Garoppolo was out all last year, and look where he has his team. He had 102 passer rating. Yes, Ryan Tannehill had a better passer rating, but he played all 16 seasons, and he came back from an ACL tear. Whereas Ryan Tannehill, yes, he got injured last year, but he did play most of the year last year. So I think Garoppolo probably got a little bit snubbed from Comeback Player of the year. But Garoppolo, like I said, with that defense, with that run game, this 49ers team is going to be dangerous for this Packers team. But also, you can never count the Packers out. Yes, their defense might not be, top notch or all the names on that defense. If you're a Packers fan, you're going to know all the names on the defense. I know all the names of the defense on the Miami Dolphins, and I guarantee you guys can't name more than 5 people on the Miami Dolphins defense. But don't count the Packers out. Devontae Adams, Chris Jones, Jimmy Graham, Aaron Rodgers, Allison, Geronimo Allison, if you want to know the whole name. Pretty good offense. And that defense is really good too. Like I said, great game in San Francisco. Last week's game in San Francisco, I think they set a record for the amount of people in the stadium. It's going to be a great game. That's the 6 o'clock game. And let's talk about the AFC game. The Tennessee Titans head into Kansas City. I think tomorrow Kansas City is going to be cold. I don't know off the top of my head what the weather is. If you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan, be sure to comment below. Let me know what the weather's going to be like in Kansas City on Sunday. But like I said, you guys watching this right now on a Saturday in New Jersey, it's in its 30s and snowing. So I can imagine what Kansas City is going to be like Sunday at 3 o'clock. Bringing in the Tennessee Titans with Ryan Tannehill, with Derrick Henry, the monster of this postseason, Derrick Henry. But again, the Kansas City Chiefs, they went down big to the Houston Texans. Then Andy Reid did his thing. Andy Reid flipped the switch. A lot of that had to do with some stupid drops, a muffed punt catch, and some mostly stupid drops that put the Texans in prime position. Once they got their heads out of their bloops, they really pulled their stuff together, and the Chiefs they just absolutely demolished the Texans. Are they going to do that to the Titans? Like I said, I think all these games are going to be very close. If you're a betting man, I think they're going to be about 4 to 7 points. I think it's going to be 1-score wins for whoever wins these games. Now, like I said, Chris Jones, who is their leading sacker for the Kansas City Chiefs, he's still iffy. It's really big if he plays or not because they need. Now, again, I'm going to say this, and it has nothing to do with Ryan Tannehill, but if the Kansas City Chiefs want a chance, if they want to make this a game, they need to stop Derrick Henry. The man is running over everyone and anyone that gets in his way. They need to stop Derrick Henry. He's just a monster among men, and he's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But again, Ryan Tannehill will make the throws that he has to. Me being a Dolphin fan, I watched Ryan Tannehill play for the 6 of the 7 years that he was with us. Again, he was out for 1 year. And he can make the throws that he has to. Yes, his postseason stats are He had the 2 touchdowns and the 1 touchdown against the Patriots. He had some fumbles, interceptions. Not a lot of yards, but he still is doing what they're asking him to do, what Vrabel's asking him to do. So, again, Chiefs on offense, I think this Titans-Chiefs game, again, the Titans' defense, though, is pretty good. It's pretty good. So, like I said, both of these games, I think, are going to come down to a 1-score game. I don't think it's going to be blowouts. I don't think it's going to be a blowout like the Texans-Chiefs game. I don't think it's going to be blowouts like the Titans-Ravens game. I think these games are going to be close games. So, for my prediction, I'm going to tell you what I want. And again, you can call me whatever you want. This is just, I'll give you my reason for what I want. I want it to be the Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers. I want that Super Bowl I rematch because it's the 100th season. I would like a Chiefs Green Bay Super Bowl just because I think it'd be really cool if on the 100th season we had Super Bowl I all over again. That's just me. But if I'm a betting man, I honestly think that it's probably going to be Titans 49ers. If I'm a betting man, I just really like the way the Titans defense has been playing. I really like the way their run game has just been completely dominating. And I think that the 49ers on their defense and their run game is just too much for the Green Bay Packers. But like I said, I would honestly like it to be the Packers Chiefs for that reason. But I also put a poll out. I put a poll out on Twitter and in the community here. So I always tell you later on, but be sure to follow me on Twitter and the community here. And I'm going to tell you what those ended up being. So here in the community section, if you don't know what the community section is, it literally says community tab. You click on it. That's where it's like I can post things without actually like going up live. I put up a poll. I want to know what you guys thought the Super Bowl was going to be. 462 of you guys voted, and 39% of you wanted the Chiefs in 49 era. Because I didn't forget, I hit A instead of S. Sue me. But 39% of you guys think that that's what the Super Bowl is going to be, the Chiefs and the 49ers, with second place being the Titans 49ers, which I kind of think that that's what's going to happen. But A lot of things can change. Coming in third is Chiefs Packers, which I want to happen. Super Bowl I rematch. And then coming in fourth and last is Titans and Packers. And then on Twitter, I had 68 of you guys voting, which, come on. Well, I think more of you guys don't have Twitter. But again, Chiefs 49ers won that one 47%, with actually the Chiefs Packers coming in second, which, like I said, and then third Titans 49ers, and last Titans Packers. So I put a poll out, but I still want to hear you guys comment below, especially if you're a Titans, 49ers, Chiefs, or Packers fan. Be sure to comment below. Let me know what you think. Give me some of your weaknesses, some of your strengths. What do you think is going to happen in the game? Let me know who you guys think the Super Bowl is going to be, and be sure to comment below. Now, for comment of the day, I normally ask you guys, or I pick one of your guys' comments, right? But a lot of you guys have been blowing up my Twitter. Some of you guys have been hitting me up below in the comment section and have told me about an article. And this article comes from Prime Talk Sports Talk, covering all the bases. And they came out with an article that says, report, Dolphins trying to acquire #1 overall pick. And I told you guys, this is the time of the year where it's a lot of this. A lot of this with nothing. Sources say, sources this, sources that, and sources. And this is the beginning of it. They're going to use the Dolphins a lot. They're going to use the Dolphins a lot this offseason. I've said this time and time again. This is the Miami Dolphins NFL offseason. The NFL is going to be talking about the Miami Dolphins a lot. Cap space and draft picks are the reason, and it's already started. This article essentially says that the Miami Dolphins are talking to the Cincinnati Bengals about trying to trade up to acquire their first overall pick to try to get Joe Burrow. And I'll tell you what the Dolphins are going to give them. I'll tell you what the Dolphins are offering up to the Cincinnati Bengals in this article. We're going to give them our 5th and our 18th this year, and our 2nd this year. So 3 picks this year. We still have our 26th from the Texans, so we'll have the 1st and the 26th this year, and then we'll still have one other second-round pick. And then next year we give them a 1st and a 3rd, so we'll still have a 1st-round pick next year and 2 2s. To get Joe Burrow. No. Just plain so. I'm not even going to beat around the bush. I'm not even going to be like, well, no. I'm going to be making a video breaking down the prospects of each position in the draft. I'm also going to break down each position on the team and what we need. I'm going to do who we should sign, who we should cut. I mean, I have a lot planned. But just off the top of my head, we need at least 4 offensive linemen, starters. We need at least 2 edge rushers. That's 6 players. We need an opposite corner, Xavier Howard. That's better than Nick Needham. I'm sorry. I know a lot of you guys like Nick Needham, but it needs to be better just in case Xavier Howard goes down again. We need safeties because I don't know what's happening with Rashad Jones. We need a running back. So that's, I lost count. It's more than 6, 7. And we're going to give up 3 picks this year for 1 player. And I know a lot of you guys like Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow had a fantastic year. He's a Heisman winner. He's a national champion winner. 1 year. That worries me. As much as Tua's injury worries me, which always makes me laugh. I talk about Joe Burrow, and then people want to bring up Tua. I'm not talking about Tua. I'm talking about Joe Burrow. I did it on Twitter. I posted something about Twitter. Hey, what about Joe Burrow? Someone's like, well, yeah, but Tua. I'm not talking about Tua, man. I'm talking about Joe Burrow. It bothers me that he had 1 good year. It was a great year, but it bothers me. He had a lot around him with LSU, too. His receivers were great. His offensive line was great. He had a great, great team around him. If he falls to 5, I'd take him in a heartbeat. If we were at 2 and the Bengals took Chase Young, I'd take him in a heartbeat at 2. But I'm not giving up draft capital to take him because he makes me uneasy. Now, for the people that are going to jump in and say, well, what about Tua? Tua's injured. You probably take Tua. You're a Tua lover. I'm not. I also would not trade up to 2 or 3 or even 4 to take Tua. And if Tua falls to us at 5, which more likely than not is going to happen, all depends about his physical, I'm still uneasy about taking Tua because his hip injury worries me. So that answers your question. But no, this article's stupid. I'm not giving up 5 draft picks to get this guy who had 1 fantastic year. I'm not doing it. Now, a lot of you guys like to Joe Burrow. A lot of you guys like what you saw from him. And don't get me wrong, he was playing really, really well. But to give up that many picks for one player, I don't know. I can't do it. We need more help in more positions. That's the way I feel about it. But be sure to comment below. Let me know what you guys think about this article. Some people are actually talking about it. Some people are talking about, is it possible for the Dolphins to trade up? Like I said, they're going to be using the Dolphins for clickbaiting. They're going to be using the Dolphins all off season because we got the picks and we got the money and we got the motivation to make our team better. So be prepared for that. But before I do my spiel, I'll give you guys trivia. You guys made it this long into the video. You guys watched it all the way to after comments of the day. I will reward you guys with some trivia. So this is the trivia. Who is the Dolphins' all-time leading rusher in the postseason play? So who is the Miami Dolphins' all-time leading rusher in the postseason? I'll give you guys about 10 seconds. You know what? Let me do my spiel, and then I'll give you guys the answer. So be sure to follow me on Twitter. I do polls on Twitter and news breaks. I put on Twitter like Garrett is the new offensive coordinator for the New York Giants. I posted that. You know, the entertainer is going to be talking about that. Talk about a lot of things when this article was shown to me. I talked about how stupid it was. So be sure to follow me on Twitter. Also Instagram. I keep saying I'm going to be posting more, but I will. Check out the Bit Boys. Got a lot planned for the Bit Boys. So check that out. If you like gaming, if you like gameplay channels and the comedy over there, check that out. Let me give you guys the answer to the comment or the question, trivia, whatever it's called. Who is the Dolphins' all-time leading rusher in the postseason play? It is Larry Zonka. 1968, 1974, and 1979. He ran for 891 yards in 12 carries. Postseason club games with the club. Larry Zonka. But other than that, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Like I said, first off, great games tomorrow. Great games tomorrow. Second of all, Dolphins are going to be the highlight and the talk of the town for this postseason. That's very exciting. Third of all, you like the content. When you like the content, you hit the thumbs up. It lets me know. Keep doing this stuff, Doug. Keep doing it the way you're doing it because we like it. So be sure to hit that thumbs up. Check out DolphinsTalk.com. My content is on there as well. So you can go over there, check it out with other beat writers, podcasters, all that stuff. Be sure to check it out. Other than that, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to go live tomorrow for the Titans-Chiefs game. Big game. And then, like I said, I got a lot planned. Talked about all the things I got planned. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. Other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Very good games tomorrow. Like usual, stay classy. Fins up.